Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2020 reading. As you guys know, these readings are absolutely timeless, so it doesn't matter when you watch it, and it's signless, so it actually doesn't matter what your sign is, whether or not you have Sagittarius, in order for it to apply to you. So make sure that you check out other signs as well. Just look at the title and see if it resonates with you on the inside. All right? If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can check out my Etsy page. The link is below. I do offer readings starting at $7.49, and it goes all the way up depending on the how in depth it is that you would like your reading to go. All right, so let's continue. Okay, so Sagittarius, or whoever you are, in the month of June, you seem like you're going to be on cloud nine. It's almost like you're going to be really happy in the sense that it's almost like a wish has come true. Oh, speak. A wish has come true for you. I'm seeing you wishing here. I'm seeing you closing your eyes, blowing out the candles. I'm seeing the words live. The word live. It's part of a longer statement that says live your joy. And then I'm seeing here a little bit of fear and trepidation. This is because I feel that the road to getting to this place where you're actively living your joy and being happy with yourself and the life that you are in now was not so easy. You may have had to burn some bridges. You may have had to make other people feel bad for some reason, turn down suitors or just whatever it is. But I do see that you are happy with the life that you're living at this time. Now, when I tune into your energy, I kind of get this idea that maybe you live in a loft apartment. You don't have to, obviously. And you took an elevator up to get to your apartment. Now you're in your apartment and you're just cozied up there. I'm not even getting the sense of you needing to go outside or seek anything from outside of your space. It's just like you're happy being in your own space. I hear you breathing a sigh of relief. It's like, phew. It's almost like that was intense. That was a lot. And it just was a lot. And I'm seeing your energy here as though whatever you were dealing with was a lot for however long or short the time was. However, I feel that part of what you went through was in order to dip into an experience so that you can come out with some knowledge. So I see that you're going to be just like everybody else in the world right now, chipping away at what it is that you learned from that experience. I'm seeing it, you coming across a little bit as a car mechanic. For somebody here on the call, you may actually have dated a car mechanic, okay? For real, I'm feeling that too. But I'm seeing you coming across as a car mechanic in the sense that you are now going to be manipulating that energy that the energy, but the information that you found out about yourself. You're going to start trying to apply new things. It's just like you being a technician of your own soul, for your own soul at this time. I see you getting lost in music, maybe listening to lyrics or songs that it's almost like it's a rainy day out and you're kind of like listening to music for a rainy day. You're putting on records. You're just in your space. Not surprised at this energy because look at this. The Empress card comes out twice. 1, 2. I mean, that's somebody who is very comfortable with where they are. I do feel a sense of gratitude as well for what it is that you went through. Maybe it was a lot. I'm sure that some of you, might email me or maybe leave a comment if that's your thing and, be like, yeah, that's me. Because this just seems like you've been through something. It doesn't even seem like it was long, but you've been through something that was stressful for you. I think this was a cleanup job. Yeah, I was hearing earlier a fix. This was a cleanup job. This connection with whomever it was, or yeah, I do feel this is reflective of a love relationship that's now done. We see the Tower card here, and I'm hearing your energy like sayonara, kind of like that kind of energy. Whatever that situation was, it's almost like you brought it into your experience in order to help you clean up something about yourself, some aspect of yourself, because you see you disappearing now. It's like you're coming out of this shell and you're like boop. But I do see that you had to disconnect from somebody. To be honest, the genders don't matter, but I'm feeling that you, the viewer, whoever it was that this reading is for, is coming across as the feminine polarity. So maybe you were female or whatnot, but it doesn't matter. I'm seeing you disconnect from a male polarity, and then kind of you're getting into your space. It's almost like as soon as that was done, you're kind of now in your space and you're relaxed. And it's like the towers can fall behind you, but for you, you're out of it and you feel good. You feel better. You feel like you can breathe. You're getting a wish fulfilled. At the soul level, your wish was for master healing. So you went through this situation to receive something of value that you could chip away at during COVID season, right? But from a lower level, here on earth, maybe you're just, so your higher self is happy with what you're getting, but from a lower level, you're just happy not being in it anymore. I do see that you have some resentment or some angry feelings towards this person or this thing, but I really feel that really it was about moving to a higher tune. So it's not even really anger and resentment. I'm just not seeing it that crazy. I do pick up on some loneliness though. I feel that on some level you don't like being the bad guy. I'm getting this as a little bit of a bullying energy that you felt you had, and I feel like you don't necessarily enjoy being the bad guy, is what I'm seeing. But it's funny because I'm hearing you say, but I had to eat his heart alive. And maybe that was for the sake of learning for the other person. We do, look, Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who was coming to you with the idea of being, we'll see that. I was going to say with the idea of being the King of Pentacles, but showing up as the Knight of Pentacles, but with the idea of being the King of Pentacles. So look, the whole Knight of Pentacles fell. This is somebody who was definitely giving to this situation. It doesn't have to be anything monetary or financial, or physical, but it was connection, it was commitment, there was a high offer being here, but I feel that you just were not feeling it. It's like, see how Eight of Wands is about fast moving energy, but it's almost like you wanted to, now it looks like a grappling hook. It's like you shoot it out over there and then you like swing over there, you just try to escape, even though I do see that we have the soulmate card here, but there's this deception there. So there's something about, and then we've got the Lovers card here, and the Two of Cups card. We've got collecting stuff. So something about this connection wasn't hunky-dory. I do feel that there was no love in it from your standpoint. And maybe that's something you're going to have to look at in your shadow area, right? I don't see you doing as much shadow work. It would be nice to see that a little bit more, because it is the season for shadow work, and coming out of something that was that much, it as a reader who's been doing this for a while, it's kind of like, where is the shadow work? This tells me that it's a patch-up job. You're not really delving deeply. I do see now the child energy coming through. So this could indicate a little bit of I'm hearing the words independence coming from your spirit, if this is for you, Sagittarius, but I'm feeling it's coming across more as a little bit of immaturity, right? So, and of course in God's time, to each his own, so the healing will happen when it happens, but there's a lot of defensiveness coming through, and it's just a commentary on ending whatever this I'm hearing seasonal was, this season of connection was. And I'm feeling that in your energy, Sagittarius, you may carry the idea that you were helping the other person out, but from a higher perspective, this is about you guys co-creating, because these things are always about co-creation. So I would watch that a little bit. It looks a little bit, you guys know I call it a spade, a little bit like arrogance. So you want to watch that energy, because this is telling me that you haven't done the work that you need to do, but it is telling me that you're happy to no longer be in the place that you were in. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards here for you, Sagittarius, because I feel that it's almost like, those suitcases when you have the upper level, but then you take it and you open it up, it's down below is like a lot more. That we call that the basement. So let's go in and look at this basement. So if you're watching, Sagittarius, maybe you need a little bit of help to see a little bit of help seeing your shadows, because I'm seeing that you're like, I got out of that connection. I got what I needed to get. I learned some stuff. Now I'm in my own space. I like it. But what I'm getting is that you haven't done the inner work yet, and you don't want to miss this opportunity, especially if I'm seeing energies like arrogance and like, well, I was helping this person. Those are not the words that I want to see. I want to see something more like we were co-creating together. I learned something, he learned something, or she learned something. Let's put that there. And these two. Okay. So I'm seeing here, yes. It's funny because look, see these two cards, she who guides and she who emerges. So I'm seeing here that this is about offering you guidance right now for you to kind of grasp it, to kind of make, look right through this illusion here, kind of make some headway, make the best of your season right now. I do see some resistance here, she who stands. So I'm seeing like this idea of I'm standing by the decision that I made to leave because I was focused on myself. And it's always good to be focused on the self, okay guys? Always, always good. But always remember that the way you do it is very important. It carries karma with it. It carries as well as destiny. So just always try to be focused on both sides of what's happening. I'm seeing she who instigates along with she who questions. So remember, we're in the shadow parts right now. So I'm seeing that there is a need, just like I'm saying, for you to go inward. See, both these cards come on top of the now card. This is about you having instigated and done your job in the physical to instigate your healing, to get this started. It's like you scratch something, it gets aflamed, now you go into it and see what's going on, right? So you can't just scratch and not sniff. You gotta sniff. And so Spirit is calling you today, Sagittarius, to go inward, to look at what it is that you were doing, what it is that you did this whole thing for. I do see she who regrets, like we heard earlier. There's this sense of unplugging from somebody and kind of like piecing out. There's some sense of regret. It's also as well as relief, right? There's relief, like I said earlier, but there's also regret. I do feel that later on, I'm seeing she who surprises. I'm seeing and I'm feeling the energy later on as you come more into yourself, as you become deeper as a person. You'll start to understand that you know, this behavior was probably callous and unwarranted. So I'm seeing that at some point later on, you're going to have to rediscover this I don't want to say connection, but this dynamic that you did. It'll be about revisiting your actions in the past, and it'll be about you being surprised at your actions. So I'm not necessarily getting that you may rekindle or reconnect physically with this person, whoever this is, because I'm seeing she who dreams, but I do see this sense of you know, carrying on the inside, like, oh, okay, well, you know, whether this is years later, I'm getting around, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm just hearing at age 32, that's for somebody out there, but it doesn't matter what your age is, if this resonates with you, it's just later, years later. I'm seeing you kind of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And oh, I wonder if that person's okay. And oh, I wonder, you know, so I don't necessarily see you reaching out per se. I'm seeing it delivered along ether, the lines of ether. Here we have the angel of prayer. So you might be praying about it. So long story short, as I was just about to say, long story short, you have to delve in and you have to do the shadow work. It's not only about the glitter work on the surface, like independent woman, this and that, or independent guy, this and that. You have to go underneath and actually continue the work so that you understand what the pattern is, so that you can release it. And the card underneath the deck says she who knows. So this is something that you know you're going to have to work on at some point. So why not during COVID season start getting started on your shadow work? So yeah, speaking of, if anybody would like to do shadow work, I do offer a shadow reading. I purposefully kept it low to $20 so that there would be no barrier to getting that kind of work done. So if this resonates with you and you're open to that or any other readings, definitely hit me up. But you got to get into the basement, Sagittarius, okay? This is clearly not for all Sagittarians. This is only for some. It's very specific, okay? Okay, yes. So I do feel in your future there's going to be some humbling. There's going to be some humbling as you learn more and as you become deeper and as you empty out. And that's going to be great. Everybody goes through it at some point in their life. All right? Okay, Sagittarius. Mwah. Love you. Enjoy your June. Bye.